So, hello everybody, this is Ray from Race United. Now, as you can imagine, we're into our fourth episode of the Cryptocurrencies Ripe series, and it's getting hot. It's hotting up at the moment, and I'm loving it. So, yes, please, as you've seen, it's really something that a lot of people have taken to. They love it. So yes, episode 4 is what we're on at the moment. Last episode I did cryptocurrencies ripe for the Caribbean islands, and I think my Caribbean friends loved it. And Jamaica, don't worry, I never forgot about you. There'll be a segment for you because I know things are happening in Jamaica. But this episode, we're dealing with cryptocurrencies ripe in Central America. So yes, let's strap our seatbelts and enjoy this because look, Central America, I don't know if I have subscribers there or not, but hey, everybody's involved. And let's enjoy this. I'll be right back. Now, hey, I'm back. This is Ray from Race United, and this is my channel. And please don't forget to subscribe, share, like, you know how it goes. Be a member, join everything. You know, if it's a premiere, put your super chats in there, and let's all enjoy. Help the channel grow because this channel is gonna be great. I know my other my last recorded video I did to do with I think what was it? What did I do? Yes, the one with China. And I would say I was a bit hands-on and aggressive about people watching my channel and not actually contributing in any way, shape or form. It might have come out wrongly. The tone might have been too strong. But what I actually meant was, in whatever way, shape or form that you can help the channel grow, please do. Because I can see big things happening for this channel. And I want y'all to be part of it and not left out. That's why I actually spoke about that. So if it did appear to be aggressive, I apologize for that because that's not my nature. Those of you that have been with me from in this cryptocurrency journey from the beginning, you all know that I'm all about just calmness and facts and no conjecture. Do you know what I mean? So let's just enjoy this ride because cryptocurrency is definitely ripe in the so-called third world countries. And like I said, this series is into the fourth installment, and we're going to make sure that this Central America one is going to be unique because Central America doesn't have a lot of countries, but they're very important to the bridging. They literally form the bridge between North and South America. So they're very important to the region. They're so important to the Americas. So don't forget that fact. Don't ignore that fact. Don't omit that fact because it's so important that you know every bridge is paramount. Every bridge has an imperativeness about them. Without them, there is no link. You get what I mean? So they are the bridge between the North and the South of the Americas. That's why they are called Central America. So I'm telling you here and now, this cryptocurrencies ripe series with regards to Central America is unique. It's unique to me, and it should be unique to everyone involved, including those whose regions have already carried out, and then the ones whose regions I'm yet to carry out. Okay? So let's all enjoy this, and I'll be right back. Yes, I'm back. So, Central America. First of all, let me get into the geography of Central America before I get into the cryptocurrency of Central America. Now, in Central America, if you haven't realized, it's made up of 7 countries. Now, these 7 countries link North America, which it borders with Mexico, and South America, which it borders with Colombia. You understand? So when you look at the geography, it links Mexico and Colombia together. It's made up of 7 countries. Now, these 7 countries are Belize, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Panama. Now, these countries are all great countries in their own right, and they all, they form the central part of America, of the Americas. However, there's one particular country I'm going to talk about which has incorporated Bitcoin in particular. Because we're talking about cryptocurrency, I can pick and choose which one, or a generic version or digital currency. But in this respect, they're actually incorporating Bitcoin into the payment system of that country. And this country is El Salvador. Now, El Salvador, obviously, the capital being Salvador, that country is doing well at the moment. We all know that. They've had issues with immigration and all of that to the USA. However, because of the fact that they know that the poverty levels in their country is extremely high, they are trying to make sure that the unbanked, those that don't have bank accounts, are able to use some sort of monetary transactions. You get what I'm trying to say? And in this case, Bitcoin is the one that they believe should be legalized in their country as their main source of financial transaction, as opposed to fiat currency, which at the moment people think is becoming a fraud. You know what I mean? Because banks, like I said, I am not anti-bank, but I'm not for banks either, because I've had my fair share of experiences with banks. And if there is anything that I have been led to understand, is that banks are not in for you. The moment you have a lot of money, they come at you, they throw everything at you that, yes, we've got this, we've got that, just dangling the key, telling you, yeah, we could give you anything you want, mortgage, loans, here and there. But come on, man, they're not in for you. Your money goes to them, they use it for their own purposes, and then, that's what it is. You get what I mean? You can put money in there, and if you go to take your money back, they're going to charge you for transaction fee. That's what it is. They give you a loan today. You say, I can pay the loan today. They'll say, nope. We thought we signed a contract that you pay the loan, say, in 12 months or in 24 months. So because of that breach of contract, you pay a penalty. So banks are always in for themselves. But if you go into this decentralized cryptocurrency, you control your finances. You get what I'm saying? And you don't need a bank account. So with especially here in the UK, they're going to tell you need proof of address, you need a credit score, blah, 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 BS. You know what I mean? With this, El Salvador have realized that, we need to get into Bitcoin or cryptocurrency as a whole. That's why I intentionally did this series, because I'm telling you that cryptocurrency is definitely ripe in the so-called third world countries, and they're about to spring up to dominate everything. You know what I'm saying? So let's enjoy this, and in my next segment, I'm going to explain what El Salvador is doing, and then I'll conclude. I'll be right back. So I'm back. Now, what I need you to know is bigger economies feel threatened by cryptocurrency, because they know that once these so-called smaller countries or smaller economies, or countries with smaller economies, begin to incorporate cryptocurrency into their as one of their main tender, then what's going to happen? They're going to look at it as a their main legal tender. They're going to look at it as a threat, because then these countries are going to be independent with their finances, and they're not going to be dependent on aid and all these so-called big countries' support or financial assistance that they give to them, which means their hands will not be tied when it comes to certain policy decisions to be made. Do you know what I mean? And they don't like that, because long-term is going to affect them. So what they're trying to do is to try and what's the word I'm looking for? They'll try and defame cryptocurrency, and in this case, Bitcoin. So when they do that, then of course the markets will tumble, cryptocurrencies prices will tumble, and therefore it makes it not really trustworthy, if you know what I mean. So the whole authenticity about it is going to diminish. But with people, especially people from smaller economies, they don't see that as anything. They will still do it, therefore bumping the prices or the value of cryptocurrency up again. Do you know what I mean? So it's not going to affect them. And this one leads me straight into El Salvador. So there was this conference this year, 2021, in June in Miami. And they promised that El Salvador, the president, what's his name? El Salvador's president is called Nayib Bukele. So El Salvador's president, Nayib Bukele, says his country will be adopting Bitcoin as legal tender that was made during the live broadcast at the Bitcoin 2021 conference held in Miami. And he subsequently approved it. It was subsequently approved through the El Salvadorian parliament 4 days later. And therefore, it sent the cryptocurrency share prices up by 5%. You understand what I'm saying? And obviously, the FBI, they've seen the threat. So, they seized about, I think, how many Bitcoins? About 64 Bitcoins, which could amount to about $2.3 million. China also seized about 75 Bitcoins, which can also amount to about $4.4 million. At that time, back in early June, the prices of cryptocurrency, in particular Bitcoin, tumbled a little bit. But it's picked up, and I think I like the stability it's in at the moment. And what is happening is that if you look here, if the decentralized nature of cryptocurrency already made it practically impossible for any country to prevent the adoption of Bitcoin in the future, the possibility of trying to do so if the cryptocurrency is already being used widely practically disappears. You understand? Because that's why these so-called small economies are trying to incorporate that, because if it's used widely, there's nothing you can do. A sovereign country is using it. There's nothing you can do about it. If they say that's one of their legal tender, or to be used as one of their legal tender, you can't do anything about it. You get what I'm trying to say? So Central America are trying their best, just as Africa is doing, Asia is doing. They're also, and the Caribbeans are doing. They're also doing the same thing. You understand? So I'm trying to herald this because I know that cryptocurrency has been on the rise for a long time, and governments have seen it, and they've tried to find a way to regulate it. But I don't think it's inevitable that cryptocurrency is going to take over. Give it 10 to 15 years, and fiat currency will be near extinct. It started already, because a lot of the countries are trying to incorporate digital currency to ensure that their currency is no longer rendered null and void if it's in the fiat form. So if they digitalize it, then of course, hey, it could be some form of cryptocurrency. Therefore, you can mine it as well. Do you know what I mean? And so that's what they're all trying to do. And so this information I got from Forbes tells me straight away that it's going to be wonderful, So let me just read this before I conclude. All right. So indeed, President Bukele believes that value proposition to the point of making it its country's official currency. Why? Perhaps. Yes. So why? Why? Let me continue reading. Perhaps because of the technology behind the cryptocurrency, as well as other factors related to political marketing. For many Latin American leaders, such a decision could increase their popularity whilst earning a reputation as a pioneer that distracts from the many other problems facing them. Moreover, Bukele, Bukele is the president of El Salvador, as I said earlier. So let me continue. Moreover, Bukele has not limited himself to adopting Bitcoin. He has also proposed his country as a center for Bitcoin mining, linked to the exploitation of important resources for the sustainable production of electricity through exploitation of geothermal energy from its volcanoes. Obviously, that is one of the, because their climate is full of what's the name? Volcanoes. We all know that could happen. They will use the geothermal energy from the volcanoes to be able to have a lot more energy to mine Bitcoin, albeit it's not, energy efficient. We all know that, but I don't want to get into that. I've already done videos to do with Bitcoin's high energy consumption and the cons with respect to that. Here, we're just talking about how ripe cryptocurrency is in Central America. And in this case, I have to always specifically choose some countries, because if I generalize it, that country still belongs to that region or continent. So in this case, we have to talk about El Salvador. You understand what I'm saying? So El Salvador is doing a great job, and here we can, let me just go straight away. So in the case of countries like El Salvador, Bitcoin could be the solution. Like I said, I told you, Bitcoin is a solution, or it could be the solution. But the end result of this combination of factors will undoubtedly be a very strong push for adoption of Bitcoin, which implies for these countries a self-fulfilling prophecy, taking a big risk by adopting a volatile currency, but one that by its own decision to adopt it reduces that risk, in the hope that its pricing process will end up producing significant capital gains for the country and its citizens. Risk perception depends on many factors, and the signs are that for Latin American economies, adopting Bitcoin may be more of an opportunity than danger. So yes, this is the point I was always trying to make. For poorer countries, so-called poorer countries or third world countries, a lot of people don't have their own bank accounts, and that's fact. So it's very difficult to actually get money and say, oh, I'm going to put it through the bank or save it through the bank. So they end up keeping it, eventually spending it, and eventually having little or no money. However, if they adopt Bitcoin, which is a form of digital currency, in this case cryptocurrency, it makes it easier. You get what I mean? For anyone indiscriminately to own some sort of currency. You get what I mean? And that's why a lot of these third world countries, I keep advocating it, because this series is very important to me. You understand? My roots are from Ghana, which is in Africa. And I've done some specific videos about Ghana adopting the digital currency. So I know what I'm talking about. Everything I talk about are facts based on references. This particular one, the reference is from Forbes. So I get most of my references from Forbes. So shout out to Forbes for some of the information that I'm getting from them. And it's very consistent with what I've been saying about cryptocurrency. And if you listen to me closely, you realize that there's one specific one I do, which is Pi Network. And Pi obviously will be launching, or will be on the mainnet, as we say, by the end of this year or by Q1 of next year. So keep following that. You can get on the Pi bandwagon and see how it goes. It's not, you're not forced to do it. You can check it out. If you like it, get on board. If you don't get on board. You understand what I'm saying? So this is a very good one. And so, yes, I'll be concluding in the next few seconds. I'll be right back. So, in conclusion, what am I going to say? Nothing much. It will not be long. All I can tell you, which I've been saying in the previous 3 episodes of this Cryptocurrency is Ripe series, is that cryptocurrency is ripe in these countries. I am not going to do anything about North America and Europe, because if anything, I thought they're very skeptical about cryptocurrency, because most of them are millionaires, very rich. So they don't want the banking system to be plunged into the abyss or thrown into a trash can of forgotten history. They don't want that. They want it to hold, and to get it to hold, you need to discredit. That's the word I was looking for. You need to discredit cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, so that the markets will tumble. The shares will tumble, and then when that happens, the trustworthiness of it will diminish or disappear. But that's not going to happen, because the third world countries are fighting back, and they realize, these people have seen something that they don't like, which means we should like it. And evidence show that if we like it, we're going to be the beneficiaries of it. And so, yes, I know they're going to be the beneficiaries of it. I have a premonition about it, call it that or not, but I have had a premonition, and I believe that it's going to happen for them. So follow this bandwagon as well. Join Pi Network and see how it goes. All right? Let's get this on. The name is Ray. The channel is Race United. And the word is peace.